You'll need the rain gear not just today, but in the days ahead. We've got a wet pattern in place for this week. I'll let you know when we'll see some sunshine again in the forecast coming up.
Transitioning from military life to everyday civilian life can come with a number of challenges, but an organization is helping veterans by adding a four-legged companion to their lives. In Alabama, your kids' driver's licenses may look a little different than yours. Why the state is making a change.
Coverage you can count on. This is WTVM News Leader 9, celebrating 65 years. Sponsored by Montblick & Associates, Columbus Injury Attorneys.
Good morning, and thank you so much for joining us for News Leader 9 Morning. I'm Cheryl Renee. Chilly and raining, those are the two words we can use to describe today's forecast. And here to tell us all about it is Storm Team 9 meteorologist Lauren Linehan. Good morning.
Good morning, Cheryl. Yeah, this is one of those days you do not want to get out of bed.
No.
It's a struggle.
And it's a holiday for many people, so they don't have to.
So, hey, for those of you who are observing Veterans Day today, embrace it, sleep in extra, watch us, and then go back to sleep.
Exactly.
That's what you should do. So for those of you who do have to get out and go to school, go to work, make sure you have the umbrella at least, and a rain jacket, rain boots if you're feeling ambitious, not going to hurt either. So let's take a live look at our Alert Center radar network. We are looking at some light to moderate rain spreading across the Chattahoochee Valley, and this is just going to be the scenario we're going to be seeing here over the next few days, just off and on periods of rain. At times that rain will be on the heavy side. Right now, just mainly some light rainfall across the valley, but just looking at the big picture here, we are just seeing some wet weather in place, not just across Georgia, but extending all the way into Alabama, Mississippi, and even past areas west of the Mississippi River. So we've got this developing low pressure system that is going to continue spreading rain into the valley today and the next couple of days. So you definitely want the umbrella this morning. Bus stop forecast kind of goes without saying, definitely a failed forecast. Not looking all that great outside. Our Alert Center sky cam overlooking uptown Columbus by Alpha Insurance. We are looking at plenty of clouds in place and temperatures in the 40s. So we'll let you know if it's expected to warm up today coming up.
Thank you much. 2 after the hour. For some military members, transitioning back into a civilian lifestyle can be a challenge. Some reach out to organizations and other military members for help. Others find comfort in four-legged companions. News Leader 9's Maya Johnson joins us live from Pet Supermarket on Macon Road in Columbus with more on how service dogs help veterans cope after being deployed. Good morning, Maya. Tell us all about it.
Good morning, Cheryl. Oftentimes, veterans need a companion to help them transition back to civilian life, and that's when they can turn to service dogs. Some of those dogs come from places like here at Pet Supermarket. Healing for Heroes is an Atlanta-based training company who helps train service dogs for veterans from Fort Benning and all over Georgia. And some of the dogs come from places like here at Pet Supermarket. 23-year veteran Tawana Jameson served 3 tours in Iraq. She suffers from PTSD, anxiety, and other medical needs. This is her first time ever owning a pet, as she says she doesn't know how she would get through life day to day without her service dog Missy by her side.
During the day, she's really great for helping me deal with people as far as with anxiety, stressful situations. She's very alert and protective. She's always looking so dignified and stoic. So she's a really good friend also.
Healing for Heroes has trained over 400 dogs for veterans and over 50 for soldiers from Fort Benning. Every dog is a rescue and the program is completely free. All you need is your certification from your doctor. Now, if you are a veteran and don't want a service dog, Healing for Heroes also provides a normally trained companion dog without the certification. Cheryl?
All right. Thank you so much, Maya. Well, many of us are working today, but it is a federal holiday in observance of Veterans Day. There are a number of closures around the city. In Columbus, trash normally collected Monday will be picked up Wednesday. The 311 Citizens Service Center, Metro Bus Service, and Animal Control are closed today. In Auburn, trash pickup routes will be delayed one day for the entire week. So if your trash is normally collected today, it will be picked up tomorrow, and so on. Also, the library and parks and recreation facilities will be closed today. In the race for Georgia governor, Republican Brian Kemp is pressing Democrat Stacey Abrams to concede the state's tight race as civil rights groups urge her to stay in and fight. Kemp's campaign issued a statement over the weekend saying it's mathematically impossible for Abrams to even force a runoff. They call Abrams' refusal to concede, quote, a disgrace to democracy. Unofficial returns show Kent with 50.3% of nearly 4 million total votes, a roughly 63,000 vote lead over Abrams. The close margin in Georgia could signal more for Democrats. It's a state they may focus on in the 2020 elections. During the 2016 presidential election, President Donald Trump won Georgia, but experts say the peach state could change to blue, and it's something to watch for.
Georgia could potentially be viable in other national races and possibly a presidential campaign as well. And I think that Democrats are very motivated by that, and they will be very motivated by that.
Georgia represents 16 electoral votes. The state hasn't voted Democratic in a presidential election since Bill Clinton in 1992. Republican Senator David Perdue is also up for re-election in 2020. He's expected to seek a second term. Something else many may focus on from the Georgia midterm is the high numbers in which voters showed up to the polls. The turnout was a record for a midterm election. More than 60% of about 6.5 million registered voters showed up statewide. Comparing this to past elections, in the 2016 presidential election, 63% of voters participated in the election. And in 2010, 45% of registered voters participated in the elections. But in the 2010 election, the race for governor did not feature an incumbent. 6 after the hour. This morning, many restaurants in Georgia are enjoying increased sales after the first Sunday with early alcohol. Yesterday was the first Sunday for the brunch bill, which allows restaurants to begin serving alcohol at 11 in the morning, about an hour earlier. The brunch bill passed in 68 of Georgia's 159 counties, including here in Muskogee County. The future of some e-cigarettes may be up in smoke. The FDA reportedly plans to ban the sale of some e-cigarettes in gas stations and some retail stores nationwide. The move is in response to the rising trend of underage e-cig smoking. One local vape shop owner says this is good news for his business, but there may be unintended consequences.
Downsides I think that they're maybe not looking into, maybe jumping the gun a little bit, is it does prohibit and limit the access for adults, people who are of age in rural areas who don't have access to vape shops and do go to the convenience store.
The ban could be in place as early as this week. Alabama's growing population means state driver's licenses will get an additional digit. The Alabama Law Enforcement Agency says it's adding an 8th digit to all new driver's licenses issued by the state beginning December 1st. The longer digits are already being used on non-driver identification cards. The cost for making the change is about $85,000. Census statistics show the state's estimated population at 5 million people in 2017, a 2% increase from 2010. East Alabama Medical Center is using a new visitor management program called FastPass in select areas of the hospital. This new identification system will help ensure the safety of patients, visitors, and staff in restricted access areas. Right now, the system is in the Women's and Children's Center, but will expand to the emergency department, the psychiatry unit, and ICU.
FastPass is a new visitor management system. It serves two purposes. It lets us, number one, identify who our visitors are, and number two, manage the visitors.
Visitors 14 and younger will not be required to use the new system, but must be accompanied by an adult. Each week, WTVM offers a discount on local businesses across the area. We have a new one on ChattahoocheeValleyWeekendDeals.com, so take a look. This week's deal is for half-off tickets to the Columbus Ballet's production of The Nutcracker. Just head over to ChattahoocheeValleyWeekend.com or download the app in your app store today to take advantage of this discount. It is 9 after the hour on this Monday morning, and time to get a check of our traffic and forecast as many people celebrate the Veterans Day holiday. Let's go to Storm Team 9 meteorologist Lauren Linehan.
Cheryl, what we could be seeing today is some traffic issues because of this light to moderate rain that is pushing into the Chattahoochee Valley. So we're just starting off the week with a very unsettled pattern. Some of the heavier rainfall we're seeing and more moderate rainfall is going to be just south of Tuskegee, and some lifting towards the I-85 corridor in Auburn as well. So all of this pushing switching off to the northeast, what we're looking at for your commute this morning, you're going to be seeing some light rain out there, and we are expecting temperatures to still stay pretty chilly in the 40s. Now, by the afternoon, we could see temperatures warming up to the 60s, but overall, temperatures really not going to be changing much at all. And I think by the time we get later into the evening or later into the afternoon and early evening hours, that's when we could be seeing the potential for some thunderstorms rolling through as well as a warm front lifts into the Chattahoochee Valley. So we'll keep you updated on this forecast for you as we get into the next couple of days, because we are going to be seeing some fluctuations here in temperature. It's going to be cool overall. Right now we're looking at 40s, but that warm front lifting through overnight will make tomorrow morning a little milder. But then we have some cold fronts coming through, and so that is really going to be dropping our temperatures later this week. But we got to get through a lot of rain first. We'll be keeping you updated on that coming up.
Thank you much, Lauren. Still ahead on News Leader 9 Morning. All eyes are on Florida as the state prepares for a recount, the situation bringing on deja vu. But why a deadline is causing concern for the Secretary of State's office there.